All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Bad girls are winning and good girls are finishing last. Opinions, please. Opinions. Bad girls are winning and good girls are finishing last. Your thoughts on this? I want to know your thoughts on this. I'll wait. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go pull up some information. Bad girls are winning and whatchamacallit, good girls, then they finish last. I guess it's a spin-off of the popular saying that nice guys finish last. True or false? With explanation. True or false with explanation. Nice girls are winners and winners finish last. Then they dump the bad girl like a hot potato. Woo. All right now, seeing some stuff here. Are bad girls winning for the most part? Bad girls like 𝐖𝐈𝐍𝐍𝐈𝐍𝐆, are they the one winning? Why is it? Let me ask you a question. Is she winning? Right? She's bagging people like Paul Okoye, right? 𝐖𝐈𝐍𝐍𝐈𝐍𝐆, right? The high value men of the society. Are the bad girls winning? I was on Clubhouse earlier today and people were having conversations around this and they had a lot to say. There was a guy in the chat, he was going in, it was like, that's a lie. Good people always pick good people and bad people always pick bad people. In fact, he went as far as saying that only bad people end up in bad marriages. Ha! Yeah. Ayé mi tèmi bá mi.
Hey! Ayé mi tèmi bá mi.
Only bad people end up with a divorce marriage. Listen, we could go in any angle with this rhetoric. Bad girls are winning. Good girls are finishing last. The extreme opposite of this statement is that only bad people, girls and boys, end up in bad marriages and end up divorcing. Right? Nice guys finish last. I actually agree with that statement. Is it translatable? Is there a correlation between that statement and bad girls? Are bad girls winning? 𝐖𝐈𝐍𝐍𝐈𝐍𝐆, is she a bad girl? Right? Who else can we look at? Right? Trying to see now. Bobrisky, is that a bad girl? Is Bobrisky a bad girl? Is he or she winning? Hey, voila. A bad girl's winning. As I say, fact. Growth is a better word. We're all supposed to grow, but some grow halfway, some don't grow at all, while some overgrow self. I agree. Said I do, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, none of us. When we said I do, we didn't know what we're doing. All of us, every single one of us. Right? Why not gently persuade or provide a better understanding, overview, different perspective to your significant other instead of grooming? So now ladies are haircut. My brother Ataya, oh, hey Ataya. All are too many commercials. Where do you go to drink water? Yeah, sip some water. Yeah. And it's in between the segments so that our editor can place them properly when we release the videos. It's a very good way to identify. That's why. Sorry, Eunice. I'm sorry. We're paying bills too. Yes, so these days and age, they are. Right? Good girls are finishing last. Bad girls are winning. Is that what you're saying? Is that the truth? Are we saying that being good as a lady is not good enough now anymore? Is that what's going on? Hmm? Is that what's going on? Yes, so 𝐼𝐍𝐍𝐈 says please log in from YouTube account. If you go through the link, it will request you sign in. Thank you. What am I looking at? What happened? What did I miss? What did I miss? Did I miss something? Let me make sure I didn't tamper with background music just now. Yes, what did I miss? So that's where context comes. Who is a bad or good girl? Yeah, oh, okay, yes, sir. Please hit the like button. You were telling them to please hit the like button. Thank you, Jare. I'm slower than you think. Guys, these days don't have patience for good girls' behavior. Guys, these days don't, but they're all asking for, okay, not all of them. The ones that I see on YouTube a lot, the loudest one on YouTube, they claim that there's no good girl anywhere. Have patience for good girls' behavior. They want a girl who can give them the good. No, ask me, oh, I will ask you, what do you mean by the good? What is good? Right? I think there's a lot of confusion on what people want, right? Let's identify what we take to be good or bad before we conclude if it is true or false. That's a good point, right? That's a good point. What do we consider to be good or bad, right? The truth is that most men that I know, they want a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. It's true. Is that a secret? Okay, they do, okay? But sometimes when they are talking on the internet, they forget that part, right? They just want good girls, right? Hey, me go good. The goods you meant. Bad girls always win. All right, so bad girl. Maybe we need to break down what bad girls mean, right? Bad girls. There's a whole show called Bad Girls here. They always fight on that show. They're just dragging each other. Women just dragging each other, and they're usually underage girls. Okay, not underage like that, but in their 20s, early 20s. Okay, we're not talking about those, right? A bad girl could be she's bad. Like that means she looks good, right? Right? Is that kind of bad girls? Are they winning? I would say yes, right? But bad girl, as in a girl who is a bad person, are they winning? Are they winning? A girl who is a bad person, are they winning, right? And when it comes to good girls, a girl who is actually a good person, are they finishing last? Is there some level of truth to that? Is there some nuances we should talk about there, right? That's a good point. 𝐼𝐍𝐶𝐈, Gome, come back here and tell us. Abi, them goods. Tell us about that goods. Why are we so quick in this society to say it's this or it's that without any evidence or insight into the overall situation? That's because microphone. Everyone has a microphone in their palms, right? So everybody feels the need to be heard and everybody wants to say something, right? So it's requiring more and more patience to be able to chill and say, hey, why do I need to say something? Let me listen. It's getting harder and harder to listen, which is actually where the power lies, right? Listening, right? Listening takes a lot more strength than to talk, right? But Brisky is not a girl. She's a man who is a cross-dresser. She even still has Gola intact. Do we know that? We don't know, right? It doesn't matter. Kumara, the senior man. But Brisky is a senior man. Voila, what is good or bad? That's what I'm asking, right? I did say sometimes we reference women like that chick is bad. That means she look good. That means everyone wants a piece of that, right? Yeah, those kind of things. Hey, Tonya, good to see you, Tonya. I feel like I've seen Tonya before. I could be wrong, but we seem to struggle with nuances and various perspectives we do. No, you're not wrong, bro. We do struggle with nuances. Yep. Bro, not you. This who can't like but watching. Hit that like button. I think we're missing some likes, right? We're missing 4. Hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you so much for the likes so far, by the way. It depends on what you interpret as winning or finishing last. Is driving the latest cars winning? Living luxuriously winning? Let me ask like this. Is that always winning? Right? Do you know anybody that has on the surface, they feel they have everything that anyone can ask for from a materialistic standpoint, right? But their problems, because their money, their problems is problems that money cannot fix. That's not where you want to be, right? That's not where you want to be, right? So a lot of times when what we call winning, it's like what we can appreciate a person looking good and they look like they're doing well. The social media is on fleek. You know, the cars, the staged, everything, right? In fact, some of them are doing well. We can appreciate them. We can even use them as a yardstick, a healthy competition type of thing, right? At what point do you start to cross that line into this is not a competition? This is obsession that can actually end up hurting you, or you leaving your own lane to jump into somebody else's lane, right? I think good girls finishing last, I think there's some truth to it. I think it's the same point we were trying to make earlier in the week when we said it's being a good man enough. In that same token, being a good girl is not enough. You need game. Okay? You need to sharpen your seduction skills. You need to understand that there is power dynamics in this world that we live in. You need to understand that this world is not black and white. Okay? You need to understand that your understanding of good and bad is probably a distorted reality, or a distorted version of the reality of actual good or bad. It's based off of your filters. You need to understand that your idea of good or bad can easily end up in the pride lane. And you know pride, they destroy relationships, right? You could just end up on the streets crying wolf. This man don't want good girls. Like, they don't? What do you mean by good? The same fantastic question that you ladies and gentlemen have been asking. What do you mean by good girl? I've been a good, this man don't want good guy. They don't want a good woman. What do you mean? Right? Do you mean a good girl whose breath is sharp like a razor? Right? A good girl who doesn't know how to smell good, who doesn't know how to keep herself up. Is that what you mean by a good girl? Right? A good girl who released her head tie like this and the wig fell apart like this and the wig came with a smell like this, like, what? Where did you keep this wig? Ladies. Right? Is that what you mean by a good girl? Listen, you have good intentions. You're a good girl. In fact, in terms of character, values, morals, right? What could make sense, you're collecting. Like I've been so good. Collect, yeah.
Collect.
Is that what you mean by a good girl? Right? Do you know how to be bad for your man? You need to be out to be that bad chick, right? Are we talking about you have to go out there and be stealing? How many people are following that story of that bad girl, allegedly the bad girl in Anambra, the police on 𝐍𝐍𝐈𝐍𝐆, right? Is that what I mean by bad? No, that's not what this means. That's not the type of bad we're talking about. I think this statement is true to the extent of it's just not good enough to be good. Especially if it's just your understanding of good. Especially if you're limited by your understanding of character, morals, value, by your own moral standards. Because then I have to ask you, what moral standards are you working with? Right? And sometimes people say morals, but what they're trying to say is they just don't like me. And I don't know why. But I've been good. Right? Are good girls finishing last? I'll let you answer that question. You know, I'll let you answer that question. Bro, not you. This who can't like. I know, don't mind me, Jerry. It depends on what you interpret as winning or finishing. Sometimes the other side of this conversation is winning and finishing last, right? Sometimes people can finish. You know the marathon race, right? They look like they're about to finish, and you just don't want to jump into their lane. You just want to keep up with your consistency. There's other part of that. So I'll be careful on who you are listening to using the statement and what they mean by that. Always ask, what do you mean? If you see me with statements like this and I say, let's talk about it, I'm just trying to say, what do you mean? What do you mean exactly? Well, it's okay to be slow today. It's Friday evening. I know, right? Soft life. You'll share anybody now. Nobody is bad or good. Humans want everything in one, but it's impossible because nobody has exactly. Right? As opposed to looking at good or bad, what about strength and weaknesses? We all have them. Do you know how to identify your strengths and how to leverage them? Or are you busy focusing on what your weaknesses are? If you focus on your weakness, it will expand. Other people will mimic it. They will help you focus on your weakness. That's the way it works. Is this spiritual? I don't know. But that's how it works, okay? If you have strength and you know that you have certain strength, if it's your looks and you will move like that, and confidence is always sexy, right? If what you're good at is business, right? Your business acumen, when you start talking, people are like, azent, that's everyone. And you know that people have given you they've given you compliments, right? But a low confidence is sexy, right? It's not about that person is better than you or that person is better than you. It's about your strength is your strength. Your strength is something that on a scale of 1 to 10, you're at 7. Just extra focus on it and continue to sharpen your skills in that area can push you to a 9. And if you're focused on your weaknesses, which you're normally a 1, 2, or 3, you can't go any further than 2 points anyway. Last, if you put all your energy into it, you end up at 5. And you're still collecting wood. Let's be guided. Good or bad man, good or bad girl. That's leaning on your own understanding. You will end up at McDonald's with that. Easily.
You will end up in McDonald's.
Mindset. Everything we're talking about here is mindset. If you take this into that pragmatic realm, you go collect. All right. I see guys these days wanting Kerewa in the first week of meeting, and if you ate a good girl and not into that fast life, it becomes an issue. This is a good point, right? If a guy wants Kerewa in the first week, it's not something you have to take too personally. It could just be a high level of attraction. It could be something that has to do with his lifestyle. You should get a few clues from there. Like, that's his lifestyle. He's ready to get down as quick as possible. It doesn't really mean anything, right? I'm struggle streaming a little bit, probably. I'm struggle streaming a little bit. Yeah, I can see my signal is a little weak. But you guys can hear me clearly, right? Yeah. So let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Right. So it doesn't necessarily mean anything. If they want Kerewa in the first week of meeting, it doesn't really mean anything. I wouldn't take that too personally, especially if they are young, if they're under 30. Okay, it doesn't really mean anything. It could be a way of subtling, a subtle way of testing you, not necessarily intentionally. Okay, just part of the natural urge that a guy has. If he's that attracted to you, he's touching you, he's feeling on you, right? You can always say, I don't appreciate that. Also, a guy might interpret that as a low level of attraction, because if you're really attracted to him, you will give him some passes, much more passes than you will give other kind of guys, right? So I would just say, if he's flirting with you, if that's what you mean by he wants Kerewa, right? You could turn it to banter. Let's say he puts his hands on your lap and you're not in that space yet. You could take his hand and put it back on the table and say, why are you touching me like that? Are you a fast one? Joke around with it. He might kick into the next gear, which is this is a challenge for him. He might be a good guy, not a good guy finish last, but a good guy, actually, like a good husband potentially, right? Don't be quick to throw them away if they are moving too fast. Just give them a challenge too. Like it's a subtle test that's not necessarily coming from a deliberate place, right? He could just be a flirt, right? But it's okay to express that you're not ready for that too. But I just want you to process that properly in your head, that it doesn't mean that this guy is just looking for a guy to sleep with. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, when I was meeting my girl, right, I would probably want to smash in the first week too. Okay? All right, so don't just, some of those things, just turn into good sports, right? We're human beings, we're attracted to each other, kerewali, okay? And some people are faster than others, and some people have a different type of conduct, or they were raised a little bit differently. And if you adjust, they adjust. Remember, you have influence over them, right? So put his hands back on the table and say, put his hands right here where I can see it. And put a little smile on your face and ask him an open-ended question so you can continue to get to know him, right? There are some extreme stuff that I will never ask you to tolerate. Don't tolerate them. If it's extreme for you in particular, not my own standard, your standard, okay? But pay attention to your society in general, okay? There are society rules. You don't get to define those rules. You need to play within that spectrum, okay? Part of your social skills, okay? If you ate a good girl and not into that fast life, it becomes an issue. No, it doesn't have to be an issue. It depends on how you respond to it, right? So it's about how you respond to it, right? If there's certain way you respond to it, that he will take it as a challenge and he becomes like a project for him to defeat. How long is it going to take? He might want to propose to you. Now you might want to put a blurry line here. So he's proposing to you just because no, it's not that simple. It's never that simple, okay? You've given him enough time to get to know you, and then he's getting to know that holistic person, right? And then it seems that way when you're looking at it as a straight line. It's never a straight line. There's no such thing. There's nobody waiting to propose to you so they can carry right. If it exists, that's weird, and you should be able to tell without using words, okay? Exactly, Saga. That's not winning to me, but with that, winning. Let's be careful with our definition of winning and finishing last. That was a good point earlier, okay? The wig was in the closet. That one I struggle. Ladies, there are too many women who walk around with smelly wigs. Okay? One too many. All right? So, just wanted to put that out there. Just in case you have a wig that you said, go see bad, no, let me spray it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, okay? A good bad girl who cannot play the game of life will always finish last. Thank you. Exactly, Adebusola. Shout out to Adebusola. That's exactly the point we wanted to make with this one here. That's exactly the point. Remember being at the pub last week and this mature guy was chatting me up. Go man. All these people chatting you up. Oh. You have to change that G to a face. Let's see now. By the time the night was rounding up, he called me a jackpot. How? He hit the jackpot? That one is too fast. We hear you clearly. Thank you, Jerry. Paid for all my drinks and food, but I knew where it was all going. Listen, it's all going there. I just need you to engage your own power. Let's not worry about where they're going, okay? If he seems like a decent guy, some of the most decent guys wouldn't mind carrying on second day, first night, all that kind of stuff. Listen, the way guys think is a little bit differently, okay? I want you to engage your own power, okay? Engage your own power. What do you want? Learn how to use influence to orchestrate what you want. Listen, there's certain luxury, right? There's certain, is that the word? Luxury? Grace, right? That you ladies have that men will never have, and vice versa. I want you to engage your power, okay? I'm telling you now, okay? A lot of good guys, decent potential husband to be, They don't mind smashing on the first day. What do you want me to tell you? To tell you that everybody is holy. Good husbands are holy. No, they are not. Okay? Instead of worrying about what their goals are, so you engage your own game like a queen that you are. Okay? If he paid for all your drinks, that's leverage. Let him pay now. Tell him to go home after the night. If you're not down for that kind of stuff, it's okay, right? Then you wait for him to call you to continue to express his intentions, right? Keep your hands on the table. If you don't want to end up in McDonald's,
You will end up in McDonald's.
So that dude effectively used non-verbal cues to tell you what's up. I'm not singing you know what's up. Gracious greatness. If I'm not stimulated mentally, it's like a dead leaf. I can rock with that. At my age, mental stimulation is number one for me before looks. Yes. I think it's good that you're aware of that. But I need you to engage your seduction powers. I want you to be in a position where you can make any guy yours. Just from a mindset standpoint. Like, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your, right? All those different things. Like, what is it that they like about you, right? Should you be using it to finesse guys? Well, it depends on what you mean by finesse, right? But again, what do you want from some of those guys? I need you to dig a little deeper. The fact that a guy is showing that he's sexually attracted to you, don't eliminate him because of that. Now, unless that rubs against your personal religious standards and stuff like that, that's a different conversation. But if it does, it does. I'm just saying, just pay attention to that, right? Valentine. He wasn't decent for me, based on my analysis. There you go. But I engaged him in a conversation with my woman power. That's what I'm talking about. Most men these days, sagaciously says, most men these days ain't raised to court good girls. Friends, social media communities are raising men to be self-centered and narcissistic. If you say that kind of stuff, I have to go back to your circle. What kind of men are you talking about? That's quite a bit of generalization. I know way too many guys, good guys. Many of them are confused, might I say, right? But good guys. They just need a little bit of coaching, a little bit of elderly guide here and there, But narcissistic, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. I know it's being used anyhow on the internet. Yeah, I'll be very careful with that word because majority of people using that word on the internet are narcissistic. It's actually a narcissistic trait by itself. So be very quick to use that word, But I agree that everyone is kind of confused right now. And if everyone is confused on both the men and the women's side, I need you all to engage your seduction skills and not worry so much about what other people are doing wrongly, right? I need you, either you're a man or a woman, to engage your seduction skills. I need you to go back to being human. Stop psychoanalyzing each other. Will it work? Let me do that. I'm out of the game. Let me psychoanalyze ma. He's here. Egbe, what's it, Debbie? Today, Anna, how you did? You want to come up? If you want to come up, I pinned the thing to the top. Got a few more minutes, and then we can continue the conversation because I mentioned you earlier. I didn't mention your name, but I mentioned you earlier. If you want to come up, Tunde, the link is pinned to the top. Mental stimulation plus a great pocket is all right. No struggle, love. No baton. I can make any guy mine, but I don't use it. You need to use it in terms of mindset, in terms of your confidence, right? Not using it to get them in bed, right? Using it to, for your personal self-esteem. That's what I mean, right? I can make any guy mine, which you don't use it, which you and Ola talked to me about the last time. Oh, we did. Interesting. Yes. But I want your mindset. Everything I talk about here starts from the mindset. I don't want to. This is one of the reasons why I rock with Tunde, because when he says alpha male, he's made that clear multiple times that he's talking about mindset. right? Very, very important, right? Relationships is now transactional. Yeah, on both sides. So to get to, we can't use that excuse. You need to re-engage your seduction skills. If the same thing is happening on both the men and the women's side, we need to cancel it out. Okay, that's an equal playing ground for everyone. We need to re-engage your natural strength, right? In terms of still being human, you're an emotional being, you're a social being, right? Tunde said, "Good guys doesn't pay." We talked about that some few days ago. Tunde, do good girls pay? We talked about that earlier on Clubhouse today. Let me know what your opinions are about that. Yeah, that's where we are today. That's where we are. Okay, I think we have Tunde in the house. How far, Tunde? How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. My switch phone, yo. My switch microphone, yo. I don't know. How you there?
I'm good, yeah.
Tunde, you collect today.
I just don't want to entertain her, you know.
Oh my shoe. Well, you did well. Your response was good. I like it. You know.
Yeah, I just like, you know, it's not worth it.
All right. So this was the topic. It's right there on the screen. This topic: bad girls are winning and good girls are finishing last. You know. So you just said good guys doesn't pay. What do you mean? What's your own take on this, bro?
I mean, it's obvious, like, you know, being a good guy doesn't pay. Like, men have been conditioned that, okay, as a man, I have to be nice, I have to take her out, I have to do the normal things the society is telling me to do. And most men have done these things in their 20s, probably early 20s, and no positive result. It's the same negative result. And the guys that are not doing anything are the ones getting the women. So technically, most of the good guys in their 20s now feel like, okay, why do I need to be a good guy? Why can't I be the bad guy? And they've tested the boat and they realize that let me just go for the later, which is the bad guys. And, you know, talking to 4 women, no, don't have any plans for them, you know, having them in rotations, you know, those are the things that's actually working. So, and women are most likely going to like you if other women find you attractive. So, you know, you can, I don't know how men be with one woman at a time, you know, entertain like 3, 4 women at a time and choose one you want to be with, you know. And also, women got to realize that, you know, men are doing them a favor in today's world. So by entertaining you, I'm doing you a favor. I don't care how old you are, how young you are, I'm doing you a favor. In the
You're the
Western world,
prize.
especially. Yeah, I'm the prize. So, you know, so there are less available men. There are less available qualified men. So if I am dating you now, I am doing you a favor because for you to be with me shows that you are not getting men. So women need to understand about.
Yeah. Now so men are saying, listen, I was that nice guy. It didn't work. I need to be, they call it spinning the plates. I need to be spinning multiple plates at the same time, you know, and hopefully, how's that working out for men that do you know any example of men doing that? How's that working out for them right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the good guy is not. It hasn't worked for any man. I don't care. I don't care be white, black, whatsoever. It hasn't worked for them. So even these girls, they don't like being good. They don't like you being nice. They don't like you buying them flowers. They don't like you taking them out. They don't like. They like you calling them ugly names. They like you like doing some bad things to them. You know. So they like that. And that's like. I feel like the only way you can deal with a woman, you have to be a narcissist. That's the only way. You have to be a narcissist after this type of HGHD type of thinking. Like, you know, I mean, you know, sunny in the afternoon and probably windy at night. So have these, and I think that's what they like. So, you know, when they say, "Oh, I want a man that can deal with me," means like, you know, you have a disorder, and I'm gonna be your doctor. So you have to be a narcissist, and for me, perfectly is working for me. You know, the woman I'm dealing with in my life, they understand this, and you know, and I don't have a problem. So, and if any woman is single, probably in the chat whatsoever, you know, if you are, I mean, you know, the reason why you are single because you don't like good guys. Don't tell me you don't have good guys. Most of you have good guys in your DMs, you know, at your workplace that want to take you out, but you don't. You know why you don't want to deal with those men? Those men are short. Those men are not the kind of guy you want. Those men are not like getting you what you want, like mentally. So you want guys that are probably miserable, guys that are probably baby daddies, guys that are
Eh?
married. That's sad. They want married men. So most of you are not looking for good guys like us.
Wow. Okay, now you said good guy like us. What do you mean by good guys? I know you said earlier that good guys to you mean a man who is with one woman. That's what you're saying.
I mean, no, 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 no. I mean, objectively, I mean, I don't think so. Like, I mean, um, 2019, I don't even know what that means. Objectively, I don't think so. Like, men that are with one woman, right?
Uh-huh.
Those men don't have options. That's why the women settle for them. If any man been with one woman, right? Like that woman said for him, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna deal with you. Like, not like you are my priority, you're not my first, second, third priority. I'm just managing you. So if a man, let's say a 6 foot tall guy, have options, he won't deal with one woman. And the woman is dealing with, we understand that, oh yeah, he's doing me a favor. And when that man cheats, instead of the woman fighting the guy, he'll go and fight other women. So for me, I've already believed in the in my own world. Is like, if I'm dealing with you, if you're not fighting other women for me, you are not the woman. You're not. You have to fight other women. You have to fight for me. Like, it's not going to be like a competition. Go fight other women for me. Shows them that I'm your king. So if you are not, it's like it's going to be like an Olympics. So I need you to show me that kind of energy. So show that I'm the one you want to be with. So I don't want a woman to settle for me. I want to manage a woman and condition her and
You
go mad.
wait. You want to manage a woman? What does that mean? I didn't get that.
Yeah, it most like I want to groom her to my own way of thinking. I don't care how old she is.
Grooming. You want to groom the woman.
Yeah.
What do you mean by grooming?
My own definition of grooming, conditioning her to my own way of lifestyle. She have to understand that as I am, if I cheat, is okay. Like and my own definition of cheating is not like I'm having other women, dating other women, I'm having sex with other women. I mean, women need to understand this, especially Nigerian or African women or black women. If you are dating a man that is high value, that a man that you want to be with, right? And if he's sleeping with other women, he's still loyal to you. It's not like he's emotionally, inclined with those women. He just want to have sex with them and come back to you. So more women need to understand this. That's why most Nigerian marriages are lasting in Nigeria compared to the Western world. Nigerian women in Lagos or probably in Nigeria understand that their husband will cheat at one point and they are okay with it. So it's not a bad thing for. So
Today,
yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, so for me, I will let my woman understand that at some point I will be sleeping outside and just be okay with it. So that is just realistic. And most of the women that are here that are probably married would understand that your husband is cheating and they're okay with it. They're not bothered because they understand that he is doing them a favor. They're not doing me a favor because he can easily get another woman. You can easily get another man.
Hey, today they said, where did I find you? They say, where did I find you? Okay, this question, how do you answer this question today? This one on the screen.
I don't think anyone ought me. It's not like anyone ought me. It's just my way of life. I don't know who that's a man or a woman or something like that. I'm quite sure it's a man. And men that tend to ask this kind of question, like, you don't have options. How many women are you dealing with? Stop dealing with one woman. You are with that woman because she settled for you. Do you know how many women you've asked on a day that are not asking your questions? Do you know how many women you've asked on a day that are not even giving you attention? For me, I don't ask women on a date. They ask me on a date. They want my attention. They want to see me. Like they want to talk to me. They need me in their life. I don't need them in their life. So you won't be able to comprehend if you are dating multiple women. Understand? I'm a Yoruba boy. Being a Yoruba alone already give me the access to live this kind of lifestyle. So I don't think there is any way, shape, or form.
That's why your Tunde is what they say about Tunde and Femi, Sabi.
Yeah. So I don't think I don't even know how men stay with one woman for the rest of their life. That is the most it's just the most discombobulated thing I've ever heard.
Let me ask you, have you experienced staying with one woman in your life ever before?
Yeah, I tried it for 2 months. It didn't work out.
Why? Why do you think it didn't work out?
I realized that I just feel like it's not for me. She was just trying to get me to all herself, just stay at home and do all those things. And yeah, we cohabit for 2 months, and I just it was just nagging. And you know why it's nagging? Because she's seeing me 24/7. I'm giving her too much attention. I'm giving her too much her energy, which is sad. So if she understands that other women for me, she won't be doing that. So when women stay with you that long and they see you, that's when they start saying, "Oh, I don't want to give you sex. I want to control you. I want to do the other things like that." So when you have options, she don't understand that when you have options with other women, she will have to do her job, and she will do anything, any shape, in any way for her to keep you. And that's
Apostle, we have this.
even
Tunde. Omar Colette. So there's no. Let's continue. Wait, hold on 1 second. It's a question for you. Oh, what do you say to this? This is clearly a woman that said this. Kemi said, "Ladies, please don't settle with men like Tunde." What do you say to this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not everybody type. Even though some of them can come here and lie, some of them are probably dealing with some married men. Some of them are probably dealing with a guy that know that he has other women. Some of them are having crush on men that are probably in a relationship. Some of you are even having crush on your co-worker. So I don't know why you are coming here to lie and say don't deal with me. Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't deal with you. I deal with women that understand this concept and they are happy. So, and your own definition of happiness doesn't relate to everyone's definition of happiness. Happiness is subjective. So for me, I'm dealing with women that understand this and they are happy. They understand their position. You understand? Then that's okay. I mean, the fact that men are doing this in Nigeria, why are women not having problem with it? Why are women having long-lasting relationship in Nigeria, long-lasting marriages in Nigeria? And the women in the Western world, even though they are Nigerians that are living in America or London or whatsoever, they are not having long-lasting because you guys believe that a man is only meant for you. Like, do you know other women that are single that they need a man too? Don't you have human passion? They need
Wait. Human passion. They should be willing to share. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. I mean, I'm still coming home to you, but I just want to have one or two sex or something like that. So
you was gonna get right back. Tunde, wait,
exactly.
This question right here. What on earth am I listening to? Adebusola say, what circle of women are you engaging? Answer that.
I mean, I'm engaging now in the circle of normal women that have masters, women that are probably working in medical field, engineering field. Yeah, I'm entertaining this type of women, and and I thank God this, my last birthday, my 2 years ago birthday, a woman flew me out to Maldives and she paid for everything. A woman she was living in Houston. So I'm dealing with normal women and they understand that this is the concept of what they are looking for. I'm doing them a favor, they're not doing me, because me talking to you on phone says that's the best thing that happened to your life. I'm your personal Lord and Savior. After God, I'm the next. So after God, I'm the next, because your father wasn't there. So I'm gonna be there. So I'll encompass everything you're looking for in the man. So me being in your life is the best thing that can ever happen to you.
Chai, there is God. Oh.
Tunde.
Yeah.
All right. Toxic masculinity. What's your take on toxic masculinity?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like masculinity is what they call toxic, right? When men choose to be men, this is this is what Nigerian men used to be back in the 60s, back in the 70s. But the men we have now are weak. That's why they are buying flowers. They are saying they are in love. I don't know why men want to be in love. I still don't know. I want to love. I would never tell a woman I love her. I feel like it's dumb for a man to tell a woman I love you. That's dumb. Why would you want to love a woman? A woman is there to love you. You are not meant to love a woman. You are just there to cherish a woman and keep her to her side, and that's it. So for me, I don't.
He shock you.
I love you. That's weak. That makes men weak. So men have to understand that what they call toxic masculinity is what we are exercising as men. That's what masculinity is all about. That's being men. So you can't call me toxic. I'm not toxic. I'm not beating women. I'm not shaming women. I'm not saying women or looking down on women. I don't think I've been saying something like that for the past couple of minutes. All I'm saying is men need to understand that they are the prize. Without men, women wouldn't exist. Even if you have to look at the Bible.
No. What do you mean? The Bible, without men, women wouldn't exist.
Yeah, I mean,
just off of the Bible. Are you a Christian?
No, I'm not.
What the fuck are you quoting the Bible for? You don't quote Bible for. Okay, but what part of the Bible are you talking about?
If you have to look at the Bible and the Quran, which is the most the most used religion on earth, like Christian and Muslim. No, if you have to look at that, they have to take they have to develop women from the ribs of men. So
okay, so Tunde, this is one of my brothers. Sorry, I'm interjecting, by the way. Okay. This is one of my brothers here, and he has something to say. One of my biggest supporters here. He says we are making sweeping statements or brash generalizations. What do you have to say about this?
I mean, I don't know what you mean by that, but there is no like your bad generalization or something like that. This is how we are meant to be. I don't think men. I don't think men or black men in general are meant to be sexually monogamous. Like you can be monogamous naturally, but it can't be sexually monogamous. Like I can't be sexually entertaining you only. I feel like it's like it's selfish of you for you to even think of that. So like not like at one point consecutively I'll be seeing other women outside. So there's not like marginalization. The men that are talking like this are men that women have conditioned to stay at home. I don't want to be a stay-at-home man. You are a stay-at-home man even though you are working, but you are still a stay-at-home man because you are scared of your woman. You are the one that will be taking the trash out. I never saw my dad taking the trash out. But why would you want to be taking the trash out? Because you lost your masculinity as a man. You are the one that will be scared to go home because like you are scared of your woman. I'm not. So there's not like rationalization.
Wait, so in my household, right? Well, my boys are big now, right? But before that, I take the garbage out, right? Was I weak as a man?
I mean, depends on the concept of what you and your woman agreed, and I can't really speak on that. I mean, depends on what you guys agree to do and what not to
Okay.
do. Yeah.
All right. So you're not the type to general. You're saying you don't generalize.
You know I generalize.
Okay. All right. All right. Eunice says, put Tunde on video. We need to see his hotness since women chase him. What do you say to this?
Yeah, maybe that'll be tomorrow. I'm tired now. You can see, like, I've been tired. Like, I'm just,
Okay.
yeah, I've been driving all day.
Okay. Women, we did this to ourselves by accepting this crap. If not, he can get any woman that will accept this mess. What is this confirming what you said earlier? Is that what she's saying?
I mean, the woman that said that, like she obviously been in that kind of situationship or public relationship like that, and she can admit it. Like she was happy when she was in. Now she's not. If she's single now, she's not happy. She was happy though, not like she's meant to accept. That is meant to be your nature as a woman. That is what you are meant to do. So not like nobody's forcing you to accept it. That is what you're meant to do. So I'm quite sure when you were in that kind of relationship, you were happy compared to the monogamous relationship that you choose to be in now that you are not happy.
Okay. So can the woman also cheat and come back to the husband?
I feel like every woman that cheats should face the full wrath of the law in the context of your bar. Like we have Magun and all this like. But I don't think I have to go down to that extent. But at the end of the day, if you cheat on a man, I feel like you're evil. You understand? Yeah. I feel like a woman is evil in the sense like
Really?
I am meant. Every man is meant to conquer a woman. Every man is meant to conquer a woman. So if another
He shock you.
like your wife have been conquered. So realistically, women shouldn't even see other men. Objectively, women should be women should be something that a man can keep at home. So like, I mean, you have to be under a man. So not like another man would have to you have to go and be under another man. So cheating on a man, I feel like you've done something that probably should probably can get you something bad. So let me say something else.
Tunde, do you believe in soul ties?
No.
So this question right here: why would you be dealing with different spirits messing up your destiny?
I don't believe in that. That I mean, that's when the religious things comes in. I don't really believe in that. Like nobody's telling you of your soul. If anybody telling you of your soul, that will probably be the guy that disvirgin you. So that will be the guy you should go and tie your soul with. For me, I don't believe anybody telling my soul. We are having fun, and I'm doing those women a favor, and they're happy, they love it, and there is nobody tying my soul. The only one that has access to my soul, that's gonna be nature. I don't believe in that.
Tunde, what's your take on women and orgasms?
I don't believe in making a woman come. Objectively, I have to be honest. Yeah. I don't.
Why is that?
Only weak men believe in making a woman come. And also only weak men believes in going down on a woman. Only weak men. Why would you?
Wait. Today, okay, la plate.
No, I don't do that. I don't do it. Never. I don't go down on me on lap play. I don't show that. No. The reason why men are going down on a woman is because you can't tell that woman you want to have sex with her. You can't tell that woman that, okay, look at me, let's have sex. Now you are now manipulating her by going down on her to get her. Some guys use weed, some guys use alcohol, some guys use lies. For me, I don't do that. If you can't look at me and just get on you and have sex with me, I don't want to do that. So I'm not going down on you. I'm not putting my lips that I'm using to eat to go down on you, because do you know what comes out of that thing every month? Blood and so many other dirty things that come out. I'm now putting my mouth on
it. Yeah, don't use words like blood. Now, here's the thing. Wait. So because it's the mouth you use to eat, and Tunde, the only thing you use your mouth for is eating.
Yeah.
Autant.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
it.
mean, I kiss her once. I kiss her, but I don't go down. Like I
Wait.
Stop the cap.
You kiss, but you don't know where her mouth has been.
I mean, like I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, you right with that question, but I know where I don't know where my mouth is being, but I can still mouth to still watch like twice or once daily. So compared to vagina or something like that, you have to think about the odor that comes out of vagina. I don't think any man should be doing it, and I don't believe in making a woman come.
Okay, Ice, my G. She says one thing for sure: he will come out. It will come years to say otherwise after growth. Tunde, are you before or after growth? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what is growth mean there. Do you mean when I'm in my 60s or when I'm in my 70s? Because 40 today. So what is
40 today by a ton or then sorrow by. Hey,
so so you want me to be in my 70s or something like that? I mean, the thing is humans don't like the truth. Humans don't like it. You want me to come and be telling you all these dada and doo and then I'm not sure. I mean, I have to be honest with you. And most of you are married. Your husband is cheating. I dare you to go and check your husband WhatsApp and type I love you, sex or something like that.
So you believe all men cheat?
Most men cheat, not all men cheat, because not all men have the access to cheat, but most men have the access.
Give me a number: 80, 90%, 95%.
I mean, I wouldn't generalize in this context because not all men can have the access to cheat, because if you have to have the options and the assets.
Oh, they don't have the options.
Yeah.
Oh God. Anyway, so 40s. Hey, why would you be dealing with different? Okay, she already said that. Perfect example of a Yoruba demon. Do you identify as a Yoruba demon?
I mean, if you want to play it that way, yeah. I mean, we know what we are. I mean, most women want to date us. Most, I don't care the tribe, the ethnicity, they want to date a Yoruba man. And even our mothers always tell us to cheat. Even our mothers, telling us that, okay, yeah, for you to have a happy home, you have to see other women. So my mom.
Okay. So Tunde, you know me well. I agree with this, right? But I want to hear your own take on this, right?
Okay.
You've been hurt before. Yes, true.
No.
Mondro, where's the rest of the story?
Yeah. I mean, I've never been hurt before.
Like
somebody. Yeah, I've never been hurt before. I've never been.
So where did all these ideologies come from?
Yeah, they just come from the fact that I sleep with people's girlfriend. I mistakenly slept with somebody married woman or something.
Wait. What do you mean by mistakenly?
I didn't know she was married, so I didn't know she was married.
She didn't tell you she was married?
Yeah, she didn't tell me. I mean, that was we were having a drinks in New Orleans in Bourbon Street, and we went to the hotel, and we are done having sex, and I saw the ring, so I mistakenly slept with a married woman. So I mean, it's just the fact that I sleep with these girls in a relationship, and if they can do it to their boyfriend, they can do it to me too. So that just still the way. So
would you marry as one of your wives? Marry a woman who cheated with her husband to come to you?
No, I wouldn't. I'm just gonna throw it to the trash.
Would you get with the Mercy Aigbe?
No. That's okay. I don't deal with women at the wall. Like that.
What do you mean by women at the wall? What does that mean?
Any woman above 31 is woman at the wall. If you are above 31 and no logical man has ever proposed to you, no man has ever shown interest in you that getting married to you, you are at the wall. So I don't want to deal with women at the wall. I go for women like 25, 26, 24, 23. Those are the women I go for. Well, I mean, what would a woman of 31 offer me? You ain't offer me nothing. No, it's nothing you can offer me. The only thing you can offer me is going to be trauma, unlimited PTSD and bunch of nagging and crying. No. If you're over 31, I feel like you deserve a baby daddy, a man that already have kids. That's what you deserve, because you have the access to get married at the age of 35, 34, and you choose not to. So
you mean 24, 25?
Yeah, 24, 25. So why are you not married then? Then why do you want to get married at 32? Those are the ones
at what age do you think a man should marry?
I mean, from 34 and 35 up.
34 and 30, and why is that?
I mean, men develop themselves, financially, in the financial sense, they have to get themselves together, most men don't get themselves together until 34, 35 or 36. So yeah, I feel like that's the best time. So for them to exhaust the best, for them to search and know what kind of woman they want to be with, you have to go into the game in your 20s and your early 30s for you to decide and say, okay, these are the kind of woman I want to be with. You have to be in the game.
So if you wait to 35, 36, what does that guarantee?
I mean, there's a great possibility that you'll be married forever if you married a woman that has value, a woman that has father figures in her life. She's young, naive, and you can groom her and condition her to be
young and naive.
Yeah, no, not naive. Young. My own definition of young and naive is like, she hasn't had much experience. She hasn't dated guys for 5 years. She hasn't been ran to or watched up or something like that. No, like she's still have that feminine side of her. Like you can still feel. So yeah, those are the kind of women I want to deal with.
So she has she still has the feminine side. Are you saying that femininity disappears with age?
Yeah, automatically. I mean, the more you deal with different kind of men, your femininity disappears, and then for me, I believe in body count. If your body count is more than 5, there's a problem. Why would your body count be more than 5? Why is it hard for those 5 men to get married to you? If those 5 men can't get married to you, that means there's a problem. There is a problem. So I don't want to be the stupid that I'll marry you. No. So your body count to me, like average of like 2 or 3, yeah, I'm gonna then you still have your femininity. But when you have more body count, when you have more men that have slept with you, for me, I feel like you come with a lot of trauma. So yeah, you won't have femininity anymore. You start sounding masculine. You start sounding like me. And I don't want to. I know you don't want to be Bash Ali and Mike Tyson at home. No, I want a feminine woman. I don't want Mike Tyson at home.
Wow. What women will have their masters nurses? What? Well, Yvette, shout out to Yvette. There's a question here that I'm trying to see if I can dig up.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like,
okay.
Women. This is a thing, right? There was a guy in Dallas. It was a Yoruba guy, a 37 or 30 years old man. He was dating 7 women. All these women are probably making over $100,000.
Right?
And it was I mean, there was even one of the women that have to come on TikTok to share the story. So he was dating 7 women, and all of these women understand that they were. I mean, some of them know, maybe some of them don't know, which is okay. But at the end of the day, he borrowed money from one of them, like he married one of the 7 women, and the 6 and borrowed money for them and used the money to finance his use it for his marriage. But at the end of the day, my point is some women are cool with this, regardless of their profession, regardless of whatever, their position in life. They are cool with this. Just because you're not cool with this doesn't mean it's not happening. And
let me ask you like this: are they cool with it, or some of them are being lied to?
I don't think they are being lied to. Some of them know what they are dealing with. They know what they are going into. So I don't think they are being lied to.
Answer this question from Adebusola. Can you beat your chest and say that you're a happy man?
Yeah, I'm extremely happy, man. I was just done on the call with one of my women. So in fact, 2 of them. So I'm happy. They make me happy and I make them happy. So what else?
Hey, somebody said, please, dude, a lady taking you out is a biggie for you. No wonder. A normal thing is such a big deal for you. What do you say to that?
Yeah, man, taking me out is not like taking me to Burger King or taking me to Chinese fries or all you can eat. No, like if that's what they take, For me, it's like a lady flying me out to Maldives. I'm quite sure you've never been there, which is cool, but a lady flying me to Maldives is a big deal. It's a big deal. So you have to understand that. So yeah, we are not on the same category. If they are buying you singlet and boxers for Valentine, that's not what I'm receiving. I'm getting a laptop for a $2,000 laptop for Valentine.
Today, I'm guessing this is one of your heroes, Andrew Tate. They say even Andrew Tate no do reach this one though.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? Yeah, you can hate Andrew Tate for what you want, but he has been talking about masculinity, how to develop men, how men can get themselves together, how men shouldn't be subjugating themselves to women. So I'm not going down to propose to a woman. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So you won't go down to propose to a woman? You think that's dumb?
No. I don't think. Yeah. I feel like I'm losing my masculinity going down and propose to a woman.
You're losing wait. What if somebody says your masculinity is that frail and so flaky that you will lose it just because you kneel down for?
Why would I have to lose myself to propose to a woman who is doing each other a favor? If I propose to her, that means she's doing me a favor. If she, in a normal way, she has to be the one to propose to me because she want to bet my child. She need my seed. I don't need her seed. She wants to bet my child, so she needs me more than I need her. So she should be the one proposing to me. So I'm not going down on any woman to I'm not going down to propose to a woman. What kind of what am I doing?
Would you date Copy or Tedola?
She's not my type. I don't date those kind of women. She has a lot of body count, so I wouldn't date that type of woman. Her body count is too much. Nah.
But her body count is too much. How do you know
Yeah.
her body count?
She has dated at least so far more than like 12 or 13 guys, and that's the one we know, and the one we don't know. Like, I just feel like that's too much for me. She's not really my type. There are better women good looking, like fine shape and all those things, and complicated life. So, and I don't think realistically men need women money. I don't think so. So
Is Tunde Royalty MD? What does this person? Does this person know you? What does this mean?
I don't know what that means. No, so I
Okay.
don't know what we are saying.
Not when dogs are here. But did he see the diploma certificates of this woman he has met? As in,
I
like,
mean,
all
why
this.
why would I need to see the certificate when these women are making over $100,000? Like, I mean, I feel like you need to have some certificate like beyond or beyond BSc for you to be able to achieve or make those kind of money. So I don't think I need to. I feel like these are normal women and they like me for who I am. See, there's the thing, right? You see all these Black American women, but Black American men. Some of them are barbers. Some of them they don't even have a job, and they have 4 baby mamas. 4 baby mamas. So why can't I be entitled to those kind of women too? So. And you see Nation of Islam. You see Nation of Islam in New Jersey, New York, and these men have 4 wives. So I can't be entitled to. So are they different from me? No. So why? I mean, it's just, this is the life I choose to be. And the women, like, if some of you women in the audience, if you want to be with me, my back channel is okay and we can talk. I mean, you know my back channel.
Tunde, you made a submission earlier today in the afternoon while I stop at Clubhouse really quickly. And you made some submission before you collected with the woto from the other lady. But you made a submission. What is wrong with modern men today, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, everything's wrong with modern men. Modern men have lost their masculinity. Modern men feel like, no, they have to please women. Modern men feel like, no, their happiness lies with women. Modern men feel like, no, if I haven't talked to a woman in a day, I'm not happy. And, I feel like men should stop entertaining some women, which are the women that have high body count, women that tend to, like, at the wall, women that don't have father figures. I won't be out. If you don't have a father in your life, I'm not going to be talking to you. You don't have a man in your life, I'm not going to be talking to you. So for me, if I'm dealing with a woman and you have all these bad negative reviews, I'm not dealing with you. So, like, I feel like men need to be like conditioning the women on what they want. Back in the 70s, back in the 60s or the 80s, right? Men are the one deciding to women what they want and say, okay, you have to cook, you have to be a virgin, you have to do this. But now women are not. Women don't have those kind of qualities now. They don't know. And imagine me, a woman that I've dated more than 10 men are telling me no sex to marriage. If I'm dating you within a week, you should be having sex. If you're on talking stage, I'm not doing 2 weeks or something like that. I'm not doing all the man shit. Well, you can be doing all those things. So
You're not doing 90 days.
No, I'm not doing 90 days. No, like no, 1 month, I'm not, because as you can see me, I have other women talking to me, calling me. So why would you want to be telling me like 90 days? Anything after a week, bye. You are, that's your loss, not me. You'll be crying. You'll be crying that you didn't.
Tunde, láàrin èmi àti ìwọ, àníjọ́ kan gbọ́, o ṣàmọ̀ pé wà toxic àbí ọmọ yẹn àbí?
I won't say I'm toxic. I'm just okay. A man speaking.
We'll come back to that. You're saying your opinion. Okay, we'll come back to that. All right. This person said, Chai, today is corrupting young men. Some things should be said on a platform like this, please. He's not even a Christian. What do you say to this?
Again, this has nothing to do with religion or has nothing to do with tribal ethnicity. This is just how men choose to be. This is how men should be. Any men that disagree with me, mostly those men don't have qualities. They don't have any qualities. These are the men that will be staying in women's back channel, women's DM all day. Hello, hello, are you there? Hello. Most of you have asked women on dates and they are still rejecting you. And you want, like, now, if most of you men know you want to cheat, but you don't want to say it. You know you want to cheat. You know you are cheating. Don't come here and cap and say you are not doing it. You are doing it. And which is okay. Be honest about it. Don't have to lie about what you are doing.
Are you aware that using most of you is still generalization?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I generalize in sometimes, yeah, but like, yeah, I do generalize a lot. So,
okay.
Yeah,
okay, you do generalize a lot. He has been listening to the giant red pill community rhetoric. Shake my head. What's your relationship with the red pill manosphere community?
I mean, I wouldn't like, listening to get people kind of like, get you to overdo some certain things like abusing women, beating women, or something like that, which I don't want to go into. Like, I'm just being me based on my lifestyle, based on the way I'm living. This is me. So, like, I've studied life and I've realized that, the only way to make a woman happy, ignore her, don't give her attention, make her feel like she's nothing, break her self esteem, let her know she's nothing, then she'll be chasing you 24/7. So, then this has been my lifestyle. This has been working for me.
All right. Eunice, one of my biggest supporters here, says, "Why are you entertaining Tunde? I wonder, Tunde, why am I entertaining you?"
I mean, yeah, I don't think you're entertaining me. I just asked to come on your show, so I don't think you're entertaining me. So,
Right. The reason why it's not entertaining per se, the reason why I wanted you to hear this is because these are perspectives. And the internet is giving people stage microphones to offer things that sits in people, that you generally won't have. And if you want to hear my opinion about everything he's saying, once we're done having a conversation with Tunde, we'll talk about that. But Tunde knows me, Tunde respects me a lot, and and like you said earlier, he generalizes a lot. He will trigger a lot. I should have said that in the beginning. He will trigger you, but I probably disagree with 75% of what Tunde is saying, and he knows that. But let's keep going. I just want you to be aware when it comes to why there's so many confusion everywhere is because people are saying one thing, they're doing something else. Tunde, would you agree with that?
oh yeah, women say a lot of things that no, they do opposite in reality. Women will tell you, I need the guy that will just give me attention. There are a bunch of men giving them attention, and they are not even entertaining them. There are a bunch of men buying them flowers. There are a bunch of men buying them gifts. They just sideline these men and put them as a friend zone. So they do opposite in reality. So women will tell you, I will never fight another man, another woman for my man, and they do it. They fight other women for that man. So I don't believe women when they say something. I don't really take them serious. I don't really see, and I don't think women are that logical to make some certain decisions. I feel like women stop going mentally at the age of 14. Bodily they can go, but
Women stop growing
mentally at the age of,
mentally at the age of 14.
yeah,
When
yeah.
do men stop growing mentally?
I think at the age of 45.
Oh, okay. So they start growing when?
I mean, they start going from the childhood, but women stop going at the age of 14. Like, talk to an average woman from 18, I know from 18 down to 50. You realize that there's nothing different. They have the same mentality.
Oh, Patricia, shout out to Patricia. Patricia says, "Yes, mate, I'll go and fight the woman for you like hell I will. You better go to groom your mom. Ha ha ha. Just going on a different planet. I'm sorry, not for me." What do you say for what Patricia just said?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I'm not gonna be everybody's type, and I don't think you'll be my type too. So, because even the way you sound like you are like 31 above, and I only deal with younger women. If you are older than that, I don't think we'll be in the same circle. I deal with younger women that have a lot of things to offer me, and I feel like the most important thing for a man is like I want to do the first thing with my woman. Everything she want to do, I want to be the first thing that the first man she got to do it with. So I won't say that for you. So good luck to whoever decides to get married to you in future.
You know what, Tunde? Oda mo belen konye. Mosopo respect me a lot, right? So Eunice says, "Yes, you were weak, Ola. According to Tunde, he's just being politically correct before you." Tunde, you think I'm weak?
I wouldn't say you're weak. Why would I say you're weak? No, you just your perspective of life is different from mine, and that's okay.
Yeah, and Tunde has a lot of nice things to say about me a lot. So um, let's just leave that at that. But Tunde is consistent with a lot of these talking points. Sometimes, because I know him at a personal level a little bit, I'm like, this guy is acting. Like, there's no way he believes in all this nonsense. Yeah, goddamn nonsense that he's saying, right? But he's been consistent. I've known him for going on 2 years, since 2020, COVID time, right?
Yeah.
So, and he's quite consistent, but I know also that he's a simp inside because I've seen him simp for a woman before. So it's like I'm confused, right? In terms of making up my mind because I'm like, is he acting? Is he not acting? But he's consistent. But we move, Sha. We move. The men have conditioned the women. You said that earlier?
Yeah, a man have to condition your woman. You have to groom her. And my own grooming, my own definition is like, tell her what to do and what not to do. Because realistically, a woman is meant to look up to a man. So women say, well, I
So
need a man.
so you would marry a woman you have to tell what to do?
No, not like I will tell her what to do, but I will give her my own do's and don'ts. That she's coming to my word.
Are you attracted to women that will take that in good light? Like, these are the do's and don'ts. Do you put out a slide, a spreadsheet to tell her how does that
No, I
work?
mean with my way of lifestyle, with the way I'm doing my things, right? I mean, if someone comes to live with you, you don't have to tell them this and that. They look at the way you're living, how clean you are, and those like automatically they fall in line. So for me, if this is if I'm doing some certain things and automatically she fall in line, then she doesn't have to question it. Like I said, after God, I am my personal Lord and Savior. So she has no I'm giving her everything she ever wanted, and which is the major thing is happiness.
Eunice says, Ola, this Tunde man is in your circle of friends. What do you have to say about that today?
I mean, I would I wouldn't consider you my friend. I would consider you as someone that I look up to, even though you stay on fence sometimes. You stay on fence a lot. Siding with women. Then
I'm on the
that's
fence.
when that's when you.
I'm the fencist, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's when me and you disagree a lot, right? So I wouldn't. I just feel like we have a different perspective, and these I mean your listeners are just seeing that's a way of like, oh, why would you be in the circle of a guy that's by saying some sort of things or something like that. So it's not really, I mean, we can have a different view and still
We can have a
like
different perspective, right? And the truth
yeah
is that we've never met in person before. We just know
yeah
each other online, right?
yeah.
So the other thing I want to say, Tunde, I would describe what happened to you earlier today as this.
Hey! Wait! Hey! Wait! Hey! Wait! Yo! Help me! What's wrong with you?
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't like it's okay. I agree with that.
All right, that's another good thing about Tunde. He's a good sport. It's a lot of fun, right? And after a while, it's kind of weird. You might grow to like him. I know you will say never right now, but you might grow to. Tunde is a weird personality, but we move, Sha. But let me see here. This Adebusola said, "Do you run STD, HIV, hepatitis tests with this level of promiscuity?"
To be honest, like no, I only do it like once in a year. I don't do it that often. So back to that. The last time I did that was like in November. I'm straight. I'm clean. So yeah,
You're clean.
Yeah, I'm clean.
Why do you think they're asking you this question?
I mean, people are skeptical of what they didn't know or what they didn't see. So, like, I just an imaginary things. Now, I'm not saying they don't exist, but I don't think most people have it like that. The way the media is putting out there.
Wait. You don't think that STDs are spreading wild everywhere?
Yeah, I don't think they. Yeah, I don't think they exist that much the way the media is spreading it out there. So, like, I don't like.
I manage a database of the craziness with regards to how wild is going. If I tell you yes, you have to start wearing multiple gloves. Would you believe me?
I mean, it depends on where you live. So, I mean, it's just like your bows down to the area, the city, the state, and it's not. I mean, I don't think it's like it's geographically, globally. Like, let's say everyone's like, okay, let's say they have like 100 in Nigeria, I have like 100 in Ghana. It's all different, so we can, there's, I mean, your start may be factual, but I don't think your start may be factual to where I currently live or something like that. So, or who I'm dealing with, because, I have one in London, I have this one. So, my women are everywhere.
Your women are everywhere. Tunde, Yvette says, what? Tunde could not function in the circles of the 18 to 26 years olds I know. They are lawyers, entrepreneurs, architects, teachers. They will not look at him.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I like people to live in their own imaginary views or imagine whatever they're thinking about. Like I said, if you look at our Nation of Islam, if you go to New Jersey, Chicago, or New York, you'll see these women. These women are qualified. These women are smart women. Some of them are lawyers. Some of them are having good jobs, nurses and medical doctors. And these women are accepted to be a second, third, fourth wife. So are these women are they using jazz on these women? No, they just choose to accept the world. I mean, these are Black Americans, white Americans in Nation of Islam. So why am I different? So do I have to be a part of Nation of Islam to be able to enjoy this benefit? No. So there are a bunch of men as enjoying the benefit. And like I said, there are a bunch of black Americans that are probably jobless, having 4 or 5 baby mamas, and these guys are not even paying child support. So this is not like this is reality. So if you want a man that you're probably gonna be controlling, we're not the type of man for you. I will not. I don't think that you and a woman will ever control me, ever.
Hey, Jesus. Today I feel like I'm hearing you for the first time. That's shocked me. But they said now you're excluding Allah from all the rubbish you have submitted. Is this? Would you say because of the generalizations? Is that why?
No, I wouldn't say because of generalization. Like, no, me and you, we are totally different human beings. And you always say you are king of the fence, and I'm not the only one that said it. There are a bunch of guys that I know, me and you. They say you're king of the fence. So,
Right.
What
does this fence thing mean to you? What does it mean to you?
But like, you don't want to order. You take sides with women a lot.
I take sides with women a lot.
Yeah.
Why do you think I do that?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why you do it, but I feel like, maybe because you're married and you know how to deal with women and you've been married for long and you know how to like engage with women and, maybe that's why it's easy for you to do.
Maybe. Okay, so that means you're saying maybe because it sounds like you're not sure. If you're not sure, do you think it might be necessary?
Like, I'm just basing my assumption on that.
You're assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, to me, whenever they say I'm a fans, I take it with pride, right? In addition to the fact that I think it's fun that nobody should come on my fans, I push them to the other side. Like today, I was telling Clayton, like get on your side. Like he was treading the fence quite a bit today, right? Like get out of my fence, right? I can see both sides of any argument, right? That's what that is, and I can speak to both sides. But Clubhouse is not built for that. People want you to take a stand, right? Now, in terms of in the longer term, right? Do you think it's wise to use languages like because I created a topic out of your talking point today. It looks like you missed it. You came in late. That you need to groom your woman like Barack Obama. That's what you said. You said it, right? You said Barack Obama. Right.
Yeah.
So I created a whole topic and we talked about it before you came here, right? You really think Barack Obama groomed Michelle? Can you explain that?
Yeah, I mean, he actually groomed her, right? If you have to watch her interviews on her marriage, and she said that, at some point she stopped loving the man, but when she look at the man, she's weak, and the way the man, what the man has achieved, she doesn't think that she will ever meet any man like that. So automatically, that man has groomed her to believe that I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. You don't have any other options. I'm your life.
Wait. Barack Obama said that or acted it? I'm the best.
She said that. She said that. No. At some point, she stopped loving the man, but she doesn't have that option. She can't look outside. She can't do nothing. Even though you stop loving him, you still understand the concept that this man made me who I am today. If without this man, I won't be who I am today.
What do you think about the family structure?
In what context? Like family structure in what context?
Just family structure. Has it worked for us as society, or is
I believe in family.
Or we don't need it.
Yeah. I feel like the best thing the society has created is our family structure. Yeah, I believe in it because without a family, there's no society. So.
Okay. So is it so now back to Michelle, right? Is it because that was her family, right? And she was keeping her family together, or she didn't have options? Which one is it?
I mean, she was keeping her family together because the man chose to be a leader. You understand? So when the man chose to be a leader, and she has to automatically follow the leader. So that's my own way of grooming.
So maybe I'm helping you a little bit here, right? If the man shows up as a leader, is that the same thing as grooming your woman to you?
Yeah, that's the grooming because grooming could be in a different way, right? Depends on how you want to do it. In the Islamic culture, the woman will automatically do what you want, whether it's right or wrong or something like that. But in the Western world, you have to do it in a more logical manner. So you have to lead your woman, show her your dream, and tell her that this is what you want. So she has to follow. She doesn't have option. Yeah.
I left a comment earlier, right, when you were talking about this. And I said leadership is literally polar opposites of grooming. Right? What do you have to say about that?
I disagree.
All right. Let me explain it. And then I want you to know that you're welcome here anytime for any of the talking points. It just won't be this long, right?
Okay,
You
okay,
just give us your own opinion, and then, because we like to keep the shows concise, and then
okay.
people come here because they want to hear what I have to say. But today, sometimes they wonder where I'm coming from with a lot of stuff, So this has been good, and thank you for stopping by, right?
No problem.
The leadership, right? Leadership is not about trying to control other people. It's about learning how to identify the strength and the weaknesses of the elements or the people or your resources, which some of them are people, right? And learning how to put them up for to create a better outcome, right? When I say better outcome, all the resources are all in agreement, including the people you're leading, right? If it involves try to quote unquote groom, we already pulled up the dictionary meaning of grooming earlier. We know that there's a part where you can groom human beings. I guess we just think it's a terrible idea to use that language with people, right? And if we have to use that word, it tells on your level of comprehension of what leadership looks like, especially within the family structure, But Tunde, I know you respect me. We can't finish this conversation today. I fundamentally disagree with you with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and that's okay.
We know that. All right. So, but this was good. Feel free to stop by anytime, But I think we've exhausted today. You're welcome anytime, though.
Yeah, no problem.
Shout out to you, bro. We'll talk soon. Yeah. Where do we go with this? Hey, Chai. Where do we go? Hey. Let me just go back up a little bit and let me just see what all of you are talking about. And then I'll make some commentaries and then we'll take it from there. Then we'll call it a day. All right. I feel like I'm exhausted, but it's not the first time I'm hearing it. I've heard worse, right? I think Tunde is a good guy. I believe strongly he's putting up an act. I don't know why. I don't know why we'll be doing that, but he's also consistent. So, like I said, we've engaged each other respectfully over time, and he respects me. I respect him. This is just talking, okay? And the gentleman in the chat, I'm sure you guys can handle this. Ladies, I know you're triggered a little bit, but let's talk about it, right? So I'm just gonna go up a little bit, and then, like I said to his face, he knows this, In fact, the story started by he respected when my wife and I, we used to run a room during the COVID time on Clubhouse just to help couples and stuff like that. And he was a student. He was paying attention. He would come, he would engage us, he would say his opinion. And one day I just saw Tunde just blowing up everywhere. Just like, Tunde, you're blowing up. What's going on? Hey, this kind of talking point. And a bunch of men were gathering around and they were like, and he was the same one who checked this man when they were going overboard. He was calling them out of their names and saying, no, you're weak. He was checking them. So he called me offensive. I think it's defensive, but that's conversation for another day. But as I say, no go better for who do today. He never knew Yoruba was a criteria to date. Let me see. Gomez here. Let me bring Gomez to the stage. Gomez, Hannah.
Hi, how you guys doing?
I'm doing great. How are you? Welcome
to
the Prestige Family stage.
Sorry, there's a lot of noise in the background, just so you know.
Oh, right now?
No, I mean, I don't know if
no, you're good. You're good. I can hear you. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask Tunde how old he is. I'm not trying to be, what do you call it again?
Tunde is almost 40. He said it earlier.
He's almost 40.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he said that earlier. Yep. And I won't disclose too much personal stuff about him, just out of respect, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
That's all you wanted to know?
Based on a lot of things he's been saying, I was just wondering, like, the kind of people he surrounds himself with, like his friends group and stuff like that, because a lot of the things he has been saying, they come across as, angry with women, like he has an issue with women or something, which I don't know, just some of his ideals or ideas, whatever you may call it. So I was just wondering.
He's I would describe him as vulgar, right? Quite vulgar, right? And then in terms of the kind of women he's been dealing with,
Yeah.
I happen to know at least one of them. Fantastic young lady. She happens to be a part of the Prestige family. Shaka. Right?
But where he said
now
sorry.
I don't know how much truth is into how many other people he's dealing with. I know
Okay.
one.
Where
And
he
she's
said that he does women a favor, that rubbed me off, the wrong way. And
right.
I was wondering, like, why would any human being, regardless of whether he's a man, why would any woman being say that kind of a thing? I mean,
Like
we're all
he's
here
doing her a favor, right?
Yeah, we're all here to help each other, to support each other, and grow together. So why would you see yourself as doing another human being a favor? That's why I always say things about the way we use our words. Sometimes it matters a lot.
Yes, it does. In fact, one of the biggest work I've done so far with engaging young men like this is and oh man, it took me probably a good 6 months to get through to them. It took a lot of patience, right? A lot of patience. When I first entered their room, because he gathered them together, and I just stumbled into it. I'm like, what is going on here? And they were talking and they were going in and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, are you back?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You're good.
I went off for a minute. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah. So it was a bunch of young men who feel this way internally, right? Sometimes they show up in their behavior. They don't have the audacity to say these things out, right? And dare I say it, if I'm guessing, it always comes from a place of hurt, a personal level hurt. Okay? Somebody dumped somebody, or somebody has filed for divorce. They didn't see it coming. These are the kind of people that engage in this type of conversation. There was a ton of them. They were growing wild. They would be arguing with women, right? And what I came to find out is that a bunch of the women engaging this conversation with them, they were no better. In fact, including those that were supporting them. You see what I'm saying? At that point in time, I realized that we have a lot of work to do, right? So if there's nobody like Tunde, right? They won't grow those wings to be able to. You see how you just came and you came to ask me a question, right? Yeah. What most people do is engage insulting him, right? And you can't blame that behavior on him.
Okay.
Your actions, your reactions are your actions. That's one of the things that make these things very difficult, right? The way you react in a relationship, or you have to own it with your full chest, right? So that's what I'm getting out of this, right? It's like, wow, these are some of the reasons why there's a breakdown in family structure.
Yeah.
Right? To a large extent, men can't really speak their mind. To a large extent, some of them are on the extreme other side. Their mouth is no good. Their mouth is like a lethal weapon. They become, quote unquote, with all due respect, a woman. They start nagging. And then they wonder why a woman will leave them. So there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. And we can't keep covering it up in a weird, twisted way.
Okay.
We need to engage the conversation. If we run away from it, it becomes just the church demonizing divorce. And divorce is going to happen anyway.
And that was what I sensed when he started talking earlier and made me to make that comment that did anyone hurt him? Because I was just like, oh my goodness, this guy. I mean, a lot of things he was saying was actually, I know he's going to be touching a lot of women who are on the chat and listening in, because I mean, some of those things are too heavy. That's the proper word I'll use. They were too heavy to hear. And I don't know.
It's tough, right? We can't finish this conversation today.
No, it can't.
But you guys can understand me better when I where I'm coming from The streets are very toxic. And if you know anything about a dance, it takes two to tango.
Yeah, it
It, it,
does.
it might take one to start the dance, but it still takes two to tango,
It
right?
takes two to tango.
So what
But
role are we playing?
in every situation, like I commented earlier,
Right.
you always find your type at the end of the day. And that's why we have all these dating um environments, the dating apps, the meetups and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So he'll certainly find someone that agrees with his ideology and willing to be groomed, as he put it. So I mean, there's always somebody out there for someone. So that's just my own belief.
I
But
agree.
it's nothing at the end of the day, especially when you're aware of and you've experienced life.
Right.
There are certain things that you hear, you immediately know where the person is coming
Exactly.
from.
Exactly. And there's certain conversations, for all the ladies listening to me right now, there's certain conversations. You're not built like me. Don't try to engage those conversations.
Yeah.
Just, just say, oh, respectfully, yeah, let's keep it moving, right? If somebody comes to a date with you and asks you, what do you bring to the table? That's coming
Hello?
from a. Can you hear me?
I can
I'm
hear
hearing the
you.
noise a little bit now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
I'm at
problems.
my spot. That's why.
No problem. No, but feel free to come up anytime, okay? All right.
I'm at my favorite spots, the jazz.
Your favorite, the pub,
Not the pub. I go to live jazz.
live
So
jazz. Okay, that's
yeah,
good.
but I'm
That's good
very
stuff.
very
I'm
picky
glad. I'm
about.
glad you're getting out. That's what's up.
People rarely see me out, but when they see me, they're like looking at me like, we've never seen this face around before.
What part of the world are you in? Just tell me the country. What part of the world are you in?
I'm in Canada. It's freezing
In
cold here.
Canada. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Canada. What part of Canada? Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Toronto area,
Toronto. Okay. All
Ontario.
right. All right. All
Yeah.
right. So you're part of Americans. Basically, you're an American. Anybody who is not
But
in Toronto.
I haven't changed. I still hold on to some of the traditional beliefs that I grew up with.
Okay. And
Because
what's that? Give me an example.
respect, for elders, respect for another human being, and just setting a few things here and there that
Right.
I grew up with, and also I just feel that people should have some form of empathy, because
Right.
at the end of the day, we're just passing through in this world.
In fact,
And
let me do this. Hang out there with me. Let me see. Let me see if I created it. I didn't create it. I didn't
I was
create
going to
it.
show my face, and I remember that no, I don't want people to see me.
You could show your face if you want,
No,
but
I'm shy.
well, don't come back and tell me to delete it because could share it.
Yeah, trust me, I'll tell you to delete it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. With regards to empathy, there's always enough in people's story. This is a good example today to empathize, right?
Yeah.
We like to say it in terms of who hurt you, right? But the truth is that we can also flip that same idea on the other side. Oh my show. I wonder
Yeah, well,
where he's coming from.
it's all part of the question as well, but
Yeah.
it's the tone, the way you
The
ask.
tone. Even
Yeah.
the tone. Listen, if the tone doesn't trigger you,
Yeah.
you haven't been put in a position where you can actually exercise how far
Yeah.
you can go with empathy, right? It's like
True.
it triggers you, it takes you off of your frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, if you're like anybody else out in this street, you'll be like, why? Who are you talking to? What kind of disrespectful more? As opposed to the flip side, I say, oh my show. I wonder what. Like you become more interested in like, I wonder. I wouldn't do it in your personal life because it's dangerous. Because again, this kind of talking point can actually tamper with your self-esteem. Like for
Okay.
example, somebody keeps telling you that you've hit the wall. You keep listening to that. That's going to tamper with your self-esteem if you're over 30. It's just you're a human being, right? It
Yeah.
will, right? It will tell you can't you have to be careful what you surround yourself with. The faith comes by hearing, right? The kind of things you're listening. You have to be careful. That's why I look at some of the people that surround themselves with toxic rhetorics like this. They tend to be entertained by it, but it's actually affecting their life.
Exactly. That, and I think I mentioned that earlier as well.
Yeah.
Who you surround yourself with matters a lot.
Right.
And
Right.
it takes, I mean, for somebody who is conscious and aware of their dealings wherever they go,
Mm-hmm.
um, they they tend to pick up on, like when before they make friends, within the first 3 to 5 minutes, I think
Right. Mm-hmm.
you should be able to pick up on if if this is someone you want to allow close to you, or if this is someone you just want to deal
Yeah.
with from a distance.
Yeah.
So it all depends.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Shout out to Auntie B, right? Auntie B also
Oh,
men should
Auntie
come and
B.
speak. Yeah, yeah. Men should come and speak.
Oh, Auntie B from Oyibo TV.
Yeah, Obodo Oyinbo.
Obodo Oyibo TV. Okay. Hi,
Yeah.
Auntie B.
No, she's not here. She's not here. She probably will
Okay.
listen to this later. And she'll be like, men should come and speak. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure you want men to come and speak?
Yeah.
But yeah, we tried this on our platform by mistake, like Tunde would say.
Okay.
One time before it didn't work out well. It's a bad idea completely.
Oh,
But
wow.
but yeah, I'm not like as always. Please be careful when you engage certain rhetorics and talking points and stuff like that. Be careful, because as
Yeah.
good as it may sound, that's why I push against shaming. Right? I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
agree with the tactic of shaming, because as much as you might think you're trying to help someone, right? Number one on this list is shame. They're poison. They will tamper with their self-esteem, and you will create the polar opposite of the result you're looking for. Instead, it's better to engage. If it's somebody you care about at all and you have to engage them in this conversation, if it's public, just avoid that kind of community, because if you are engaging it on a continuous basis, there's a chance that there's something toxic about you that's attracted it. There's something about you that keeps looking for entertainment in that form. Okay, I'm a content creator. You can see now that some of my topics come from there, right?
Yeah.
Particularly because I need to destroy them before you hear
Okay.
them, right?
Okay, I'm not going to be here for too long,
No
and
problem.
I'm
No
going to say
problem.
hi to everyone still listening in, and thank you very much for what you do on your platform. I really
Shout
enjoy
out
it.
to you. Thank you. You can feel free to come up anytime, right?
Okay.
All right, talk soon. All right. Yeah, so listen, we have paint yourself, dear, slow, easy, right? Easy. But if I go and listen, one day I'm gonna bring a woman, the polar opposite of what you experienced today. And you will find that, ibitawa leleyi, when they start saying it out in words, it's bad, but it's not that bad, because you absolutely have control of your circle. Okay, you're in control of your circle. If you're not in control of your circle, maybe that's the problem, right? Look at the 5 closest people you surround yourself with. The result you're creating, very close. Okay, it could be financial, it could be spiritual, it could be mentally, emotional, right? You have to pay attention to your circle. If you come at me with a generalized rhetoric, shout out to Sagaciously Speaking. She said something earlier, I don't remember what it was. I said, your circle. We got to pay attention to that. If you're generalizing your circle. And you can cap all you want and say, no, it's not, Nah, we're human beings. We could tell, right? But also, I don't want us to be completely oblivious to the society we're inside, especially if you happen to be a content creator, you're a mentor. Like, for example, Auntie B is saying slowly, myself, Auntie B, this is what's going on. Okay, listen again. She probably be like, no, I don't want to hear, but I'm like, okay. All right. This is what we need to do to push against that. With respect to the results we're trying to create, what are we trying to create? Healthy relationships, especially in our personal lives. Okay? The extreme talking points, belief systems, and rhetorics, they are probably 10,000 times more powerful when they're buried inside and they're not being spoken. Right? If people feel a certain type of way, they can't say it out, it's actually even much more toxic because it's still there. You can't, it's like your shadow, it's still there, right? So a lot of the people that are following, like for example, either the extreme feminist rhetorics or the extreme, what do you call them, red pill talking point. A lot of those people, majority of them are not the content creator. They're in the chats and they're internalizing this stuff, and they're going to try and go to their wife and say, I want to groom you. Ah, oh my collect. Oh my bad, Goni. Oh my bad. It's not, So see, we're just talking right now. It's just a conversation. It's not that deep, right? But it becomes really deep when it's in a person, when it becomes life inside somebody's personal life and relationships. Are you engaging your children, your teenage children? Some of them are following this rhetorics, right? Engage them, not to say no, it's just all wrong. Is to engage them, to break it down word by word. First, engage them, let them ask questions, ask them questions. Just saying no, that's wrong, that one will not work either. If you can't engage conversations with your children, you definitely can't engage conversation with your spouse. You will struggle, because why? They will trigger you, you fly off the handle. I have to remind myself that Ola is just creating content. Yes, please remind yourself that all the time. Eunice. Imagine, no. They obviously take that with a pinch of salt too. I do have intentions that this will help someone, and one day I will do a video just about all the testimonials that I get all the time in the comments and emails of how we've helped people in terms of their mindset is shifting, they're learning. Some of you are here, and I appreciate every time you tell me that you're learning. It helps a long way, okay? The truth is that in one sentence, there's only so much I can say. You need context, right? So, for example, if I'm listening to a bishop for 2 hours, there's a reason, okay? I need context. I can't just fire back, right? But yes, we are creating content so we can keep affording. We need to be able to afford to keep coming back, okay? Imagine if there are 5 million men thinking this way in this country, we're in trouble. Yeah. Thinking, not just saying it. Just thinking, just as inside. These rhetorics are so powerful, I have to check myself every now and then. I'm like, wait. No. That's not worked for me. That's not what worked for me. That's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm in a happy situation with my wife. Right? Because the reason why they're powerful and they attract a lot of people to it is because they're laced with a ton of truth. Like, for example, we were talking about bad girls are winning, right? We talk about the truth in it, right? But they say like that, and one person who felt like, yeah, I've been a good girl for a long time, it didn't work, they relate with that, it's truth to them, and before you know it, they want to become a bad person, and that one's not going to work either, because you're not being yourself. And that's not what didn't work in the first place. You're just boring. Conversation for another day. Yeah. Yes, Tunde was entertaining. Shout out to him. At least he was respectful and honest. Yeah. Don't get used to it. Be careful. I told you, he has his ways. And TB would not even entertain this. No, she won't. She won't. And I can respect that too. Just like I said, tell you, if you're an average person, you gotta be careful. Because just listening to it is consuming. Yes. And somebody said earlier that they were losing brain cells. I could relate. Sometimes I'm on Clubhouse and I'm just listening to it like it's a podcast. I'm looking for the next topic and I'm like, God damn, I need to get out. I need to get out right now. Like right now, right? So, but welcome to Difficult Conversations. Yvette, I'm learning some things. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you too, Yvette. I appreciate you, right? Welcome to Difficult Conversations. This is what they look like. You will be triggered. You will feel like the closest person in your world is your enemy. No, you can't relate to that. You don't have that kind of experience. It's never happened to you before, right? You've never been in that position where you feel like the closest person to you has become your enemy.
Stop the cap.
No, it's never happened before. Okay, well. All right. But shout out to you, everybody that was here. Yvette, Ines, Chinye, everybody. I miss D Love today. I didn't see D Love. She's probably out there having a good time. I'm glad that she's taking some time off. Don't take time off. I'll be back here on Monday. You're not allowed to take time off, okay? I'll be back here on Monday. I will be taking the weekend off. Okay, I've decided that I will take the weekend off just to be able to recuperate and come back stronger at 5 p.m. We will be releasing, not me, I'm not working. We will be releasing tons of content. So put them on your watch later, playlist, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you capture it because you never know what you're missing. You just never know, okay? So be on the lookout. We have some content coming out. Some of them, listen, reason why we release some content twice or in the form of another format to repurpose them is because sometimes you have to hear some things a second time, right? Before it rings, right? Before you start like, wait. That makes sense in this other way, because we don't do religion here. This is not ideology center. I want you to process it and come up with your own rules for your own life, right? But at least you're coming from a place of understanding. You understand yourself, you understand the people you're interacting with, but you understand the society at large, right? So shout out to all of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I will see you on the next one. Peace.